joining us for the 2020 In2science Online Awards Showcase. My name is Alison Every and I am the In2science Program Director. I would like to start by acknowledging the traditional custodians of country throughout Australia and their connections to land, sea and community. I also pay my respect to their elders past, present and emerging, and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people watching this video today. First, may I start by thanking all those who supported the In2science peer mentoring program this year, with special thanks to the mentors, teachers and students who participated in such challenging circumstances. This year our awards are a little different, but we are hugely excited that we are able to share the stories of In2science in this video showcase. Special thanks to our award sponsor BOEING, who has supported us in bringing you this showcase today. Before we announce this year's winners, it is my great pleasure to introduce In2science Chairman and La Trobe University Chancellor, the Honourable Professor John Brumby. Professor Brumby became our chair in 2016 and is helping to guide In2science through the next phase of its life. As most of you will be aware, Professor Brumby is a former Premier of Victoria. He is uniquely qualified for the role of chair as a former teacher and a former Minister for Innovation. Importantly, John has always been a passionate and articulate supporter of STEM education. Thank you, Professor Brumby.
Well, good evening. Could I begin my remarks tonight by acknowledging country, acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land throughout Australia and their connections to land, sea and community. Can I also pay my respects to elders past and present and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people watching this video tonight. Can I also acknowledge tonight our In2science supporters, and I'll do some of those by name. The patron of In2science and Australia's Chief Scientist, Dr. Alan Finkel, AO. Dr. Peter Labour, a great supporter of In2science. Victoria's lead scientist, Dr. Amanda Capels. Dr. Tien Kiu, MP, Victorian Government STEM Education Ambassador. That's a new appointment and one we very much welcome. And Mr. Tim Richardson, MP, Victorian Parliamentary Secretary for Schools. And of course, others who are with us tonight, the teachers, the mentors, the staff and the advisory board of In2science. I want to refer briefly tonight to the history of In2science. We were launched back in 2004 in Victoria under the government of which I was a member. Education was our number one priority, and the need for science and maths education, particularly in the government school sector and in rural and regional schools, was becoming much more strongly recognised across government and across the community. So we've got a great history. This year it's been a challenging year, obviously, with COVID-19, challenging to schools and to teachers who quickly adapted to remote and flexible learning while still supporting students and their families, challenging to mentors who've shown flexibility in their approach to learning and mentoring in the face of often significant personal challenges, to students who've adapted to remote and flexible learning, and of course to families who've had to manage the competing priorities of work and education while supporting their families' well-being. I do want tonight also to acknowledge the funding we received from the Victorian Department of Education and Training, which supports In2science e-mentoring and supports In2science through the Strategic Partnerships Program. Can I also acknowledge CSL Behring, their 4-year partnership, supporting schools in the Hume Local Council area, including Hume Secondary College, the Howmet Aerospace Foundation, who will be funding In2science mentoring in the southeastern suburbs in 2021, donations from the Selby Scientific Foundation and Dr. Peter Labour, and our award sponsors tonight, BOEING. I do want to outline the innovative features of In2science. We use passionate undergraduate STEM students, and we use in secondary school classrooms to support teachers. It's a well-structured program which provides benefits to teachers, to students and to the mentors themselves. Originally, In2science was the brainchild of La Trobe University's Professor David Finlay and the University of Melbourne's Professor John Mackenzie. It's a program that's evolved over the last 16 years under successive boards and managers. The program is adapted for online mentoring. We've leveraged 5 years' experience now with e-mentoring, which supports regional and rural students to offer online mentoring to support students at metropolitan In2science partner schools. Over this last year, In2science co-hosted an event in partnership with Engineers Australia, the Australian Government, Women in STEM Ambassador Professor Lisa Harvey-Smith, and really a distinguished panel of STEM industry and educational professionals who discussed innovative ways to support students' engagement in STEM throughout the COVID-19 pandemic. In2science continues to build upon its work to engage with STEM industry, with KBR employees again meeting with regional and rural students and their In2science mentors at the Meet and Engineer STEM career sessions. In2science will engage employees at CSL Behring and Howmet Aerospace to help students better understand the links between curriculum and STEM careers. I do want very briefly tonight to celebrate In2science success over 16 years. It's a great story. 170 schools involved, over 3,000 mentors, and we've supported more than 70,000 students. I want to pay tribute to those who've enabled this. The team at In2science, led by Alison Avery, Robin Gamble, Melissa Barnes, Will Sullivan, and of course the university coordinators. I want to thank the advisory board for their guidance and support. Special thanks, if I could, to long-standing board member, Dr. Peter Binks, who has supported the program and the In2science team in just a myriad of ways over 8 years. So Peter, thank you so much, and we will miss you. Can I thank the 5 universities, La Trobe, the University of Melbourne, Swinburne University of Technology, RMIT University and Monash University. Can I also thank the University of Western Australia for coordinating an immensely successful pilot of e-mentoring to support schools and students in the Peel region of Western Australia. But above all tonight, I want to thank the mentors and the students, with special thanks to the teachers who demonstrated adaptability and resilience, all the while continuing to support mentors and students. So in this video, it's a celebration of the successes and challenges of 2020 while recognising In2science impact on STEM education in Victoria over the last 16 years. And now in its reinvigorated form, over 80 schools, 6 universities across 3 states. And despite the challenges of 2020, the program continues to grow, developing new partnerships and building the foundations for a successful 2021. And so if you're watching this tonight, if you're in business, in government, state or federal, if you're in the philanthropic, not-for-profit sector, if you want to make a difference to Australia, if you want to support more investment, more education, more students taking on science in our schools and in universities, then In2science is a great way to do it. We've got a proven track record over more than 16 years. And I think now in this COVID environment, perhaps post-COVID environment, we're going to need new ways to generate economic growth in Australia. And I can't think of a better way of doing that, better way of improving understanding across the community of the importance of science than investing in In2science to get more young people in our schools engaged and taking up the study of science. So if you can support us, please do it. That's my call to action tonight. Have a great evening.
Thank you very much, Professor Brumby. The staff of In2science are very grateful to the dedicated teachers who this year hosted our mentors at 29 partner schools. Thank you to the teachers, mentors and students who submitted nominations for tonight's awards. It was a very difficult task for us to narrow down our shortlist, but I'm sure you'll all agree that our award winners are very worthy recipients. We're delighted that they can share some of their stories with you today. This year, the University of Western Australia launched In2science as a pilot with support from the Alcoa Foundation through their Aspire program. 15 University of Western Australia student equity ambassadors mentored 29 students in 6 schools in the Peel region. In2science mentors connected weekly online with students in years 9 to 11 to build STEM aspirations and help close the disadvantage gap between regional, outer metropolitan and metropolitan school students. The pilot was a great success, and we look forward to building on this success with University of Western Australia for deeper impact in 2021. Today we want to celebrate the achievements of an outstanding mentor who went above and beyond in supporting her mentees through the In2science program.
Hi everyone, my name is Zara and I'm a Bachelor of Biomedical Science student at the University of Western Australia. This year through this program, I was assigned 2 Year 10 students who were both very interested in pharmaceuticals and medicinal drugs. And that was partly because they really enjoyed hearing about my own journey as a student studying pharmacology here at UWA. And so we decided to embark on a project which involved researching antibiotics. And within that, we were able to look at improving our public speaking skills when delivering information about scientific discovery, and also looking at research skills when we're doing science and the difference between review articles and peer-reviewed articles. All in all, it was a very exciting experience for both myself and the students, and it was very worthwhile.
Hi everyone, my name is Vivian and I'm a PhD student from La Trobe University, and I've been an In2science mentor since 2019. So there's no denying that 2020 has been a roller coaster of a year for each and every one of us. And usually as an in-class mentor, I haven't been able to see my students face to face for a while. With the quick thinking of coordinators Ashley and Tara, the content creation project was born. This project aimed to virtually support high school students through mentors sharing their own experiences of working from home, as well as us explaining different STEM concepts by using different visual platforms. So for me, this project has really helped me refine my science communication skills, but it's also helped me to think creatively and outside the box of how to engage through a screen. And most importantly, it's also helped me to find my voice in the message that I want to get out there. And that is the importance of instilling STEM skills in the next generation of scientists, and to just appreciate science as a whole. So my videos have been uploaded onto the In2science YouTube channel, where it's been embedded into the curriculum as well. So it's been an amazing opportunity for me so far, and I'm always so grateful to be a part of the In2science team who continuously strive for new heights in the STEM world. Thank you.
This year, our Mentor Support Award goes to a teacher who was extremely supportive in the transition to online mentoring. He provided a framework for the mentor that enabled them to continue mentoring while students were learning remotely and once they returned to the classroom.
Hi, my name is Nicholas Harvey. I'm the Science Leader at St Joseph's College in Frederick Gully. And this year, as per the past 4 years, we've been lucky enough to be part of the In2science program. I set that up at our school in 2016 because of my own experience prior to that, about 2007, 2008, as a peer mentor with the In2science program while I was an undergrad at Melbourne Uni. I did some placements over at Gilmore Girls College and Footscray City College back then, and really found a lot of value in the program, obviously both personally, but also in terms of what it offered to the students and the teacher in the classroom as well. And this year we have been lucky enough to have Emma Holder as our mentor in one of my classes, in a Year 7 maths class, and she's just been fantastic. This year obviously has been quite tricky. You know, the fact that we're doing these pre-recorded videos here is par for the course in 2020. Most learnings happen via digital means, via screens, via video conferencing. And Emma was there every week, even beyond the normal In2science term dates, turning up to our Year 7 maths class, where she mostly worked helping to develop problem solving with a small group of students there. So really, I guess, extending some of the boys who we're missing some of the richness that comes with a normal classroom, I guess, where you have more face-to-face time and more opportunities for that. And she really provided some fantastic opportunities for our boys to be extended. And yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to her, and obviously thank you to the In2science program as well. What a crazy year it's been. Thanks.
This year's Outstanding Mentor Award winners have shown incredible growth and commitment during a very challenging year. The first award winner is from our e-mentoring program, which supports students from regional, rural and remote schools. And the second set of award winners are from our in-class mentoring stream, which supports students in metropolitan schools.
Hi, my name is Alex. I am in Year 8 and I'm currently a student at Virtual School Victoria. This year I have been a part of In2science, and for me this has been a really rewarding program. I feel as though I am more motivated and inspired to get into science when I am older. And not only that, I've made friends and I feel I've had someone to talk to, someone who's like me, who's a bit nerdy or wants to talk about science, and this has been really rewarding for me, so I'm really grateful. My mentors have put in a lot of effort to make our sessions really exciting and interesting, and that I am also grateful for, so thank you for this opportunity.
Hey guys, my name is Azra, studying in Year 11 at Coburg High School. This is my friend.
Hi, my name is Michaela. I'm also studying Year 11.
And I'm Liana, and I'm studying Year 11 as well.
Elowen was our mentor, and we studied Chemistry Unit 1, and we focused mostly on organic chemistry.
Our mentor was fabulous and really explained in depth the intricacies of organic structures and how this relates to corresponding properties.
We enjoyed our mentor sessions because Elowen was so approachable and fun when explaining the difficult concepts that organic chemistry includes. Thank you.
This year we asked all of our finalists to describe their In2science experience in one word. After that you'll hear the stories of our 6 very worthy award winners. Congratulations to all our finalists and winners.
One word to describe being an In2science mentor is fun.
Uplifting.
Captivating.
Hi, I'm Elowen and I'm studying geology at the University of Melbourne. I've been working with both Year 11 and 12 chemistry students from Coburg High School this semester. We've been working in a small group environment on a range of chemistry topics, but with a focus on organic chemistry. My experience has been and continues to be fantastic. I love being able to work with the students to build on their understanding of the subject material, and something that I find particularly rewarding is getting to know them as individuals and then being able to tailor the way I'm explaining concepts so that they're better able to understand it. I wouldn't say there's been one kind of best moment throughout the kind of mentoring experience, but something which I really love is when I have a student explain back to me, a concept that we've been working on for a couple of weeks, and just seeing that it's clicked in their mind and that they now understand it is really awesome, and I love it whenever that happens.
I would describe In2science in one word as rewarding.
Unforgettable.
Using one word to describe In2science mentoring, I'll use adaptability.
Hi, I'm Louis. I'm currently in my second year of mechanical engineering at Swinburne University. This semester I was placed with a Year 9 student at Bundoora Secondary College. The student had a keen interest in mechanical engineering and heavy military machinery like tanks. I enjoyed working with the student on his big picture project, which followed the development of tanks from World War I through to modern day. I learned how to build a good rapport using only Slack messaging at the student's request, which initially seemed like it may be a challenge, but after several mentoring sessions, it has been great to see the student come out of his shell and feel free to discuss and explore his interests, as well as learn about mechanical engineering. I helped my mentee to acknowledge the morality of the wars and tanks featured in his big picture project, and to think about how the technologies can be used in more ethical ways in the future. A special moment was when the mentee agreed to participate in a WebEx session, which to me felt as a great sign that the mentee was really comfortable and that the chat-based mentoring style was an effective way of communicating and mentoring.
So one word to describe being an In2science mentor would be unpredictable.
Fulfilling.
Satisfying.
So I'm Steph. I'm currently finishing my degree in zoology at La Trobe University. So I'm planning on going into a PhD in paleozoology at some point. So when I met my current student, who is a 9-year-old interested in astrophysics, I wasn't quite sure what to expect. But honestly, he's given me the chance to look into a lot of subjects that I never thought that I would be looking into. So doing this has definitely broadened my horizons and made me realize that I have interests in fields that I never even considered looking into. So it's definitely a life-changing experience, and I just hope that I've been able to inspire other people into looking past their general interests.
One word to describe what it's like being an In2science mentor: rewarding.
Energizing.
Rewarding.
Hi, Ellie from Monash, and I do research science, and I did my placement at South Oakley College with the Year 8 Advanced Science class, and their topic was cells. So the experience was definitely a unique one, but was still very gratifying. It was certainly challenging to have that interaction with the students when their screens were blank, but that's just when the chat function certainly came in handy. So being able to talk to them through that and get responses, to me, really showed that they were listening. And one of my standout moments was when I was asked to challenge the students with some of my uni content, and the feedback I was given was, wow, they were really big words. So this just goes to show that for some of the students, this really highlighted their interest in science and led them to want to learn more.
One word I would use to describe being an In2science mentor is motivating.
Unforgettable.
Grounding.
Fulfilling.
Hi, I'm Joanne and I'm a student at La Trobe University studying Bachelor of Biological Sciences, and I'm mainly focusing on subjects in genetics and ecology. And so this semester I was a mentor for In2science, and I was paired with a student in Year 8 who was studying mostly about mental health and treatment. So I helped her mainly in a bit of paraphrasing and referencing, and I also really enjoyed sharing videos with her because I felt like videos would really be a good activity to do while we learn more about mental health. And I really enjoyed helping her because I reckon when I was in high school I would have really liked that support. So I was glad to help.
One word I would use to describe what it's like being an In2science mentor is that it's eventful.
Motivating.
Valuable.
Hi, I'm Amelia. I'm a second year laboratory medicine student from RMIT, and this semester I was placed in a Year 7 science class at Preston High School. And the best part for me has definitely been just talking with the kids. They ask the best questions. If I explain something about my degree or explain a concept we've been talking about in class, they'll immediately come back with questions that are really relevant and interesting, and they're able to link in other concepts that they've learnt already in class or other stuff that's happening in the world, which makes for these really interesting, dynamic conversations that we get to have, which is really awesome because for me, I get to talk about stuff I love, but I also have to go away and research these answers. That means I'm learning just as much as hopefully they're learning from me too. So that's been really lovely to have this semester.
Our School Engagement Award is presented to a school who has shown incredible enthusiasm this year by inviting In2science mentors to encourage students completing their big picture projects online. Thanks to their collaborative efforts, 28 mentors supported 30 students. Congratulations, Bundoora Secondary College.
Hello, my name is Karen White and I'm a teacher at Bundoora Secondary College. We are working on a great project at our school called the Picture Education Program.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Brown and I am a teacher of one of the classes in the Big Picture Academy.
The In2science mentors have been wonderfully patient, particularly as they haven't been able to meet our students in person.
There's been such an amazing breadth of mentors from areas in aviation to biochemistry, health sciences and everywhere in between. The highlight for me has been the relationships that the students have had with their mentors and the passion and enthusiasm that the In2science mentors have brought to the program and brought to our students. And these relationships have blossomed into really rich and rigorous learning opportunities for students that have allowed them to deepen their areas of interest and expose them to new areas of STEM that they wouldn't have otherwise been exposed to.
It's been a really wonderful experience to jump on to some of the sessions with the mentors and just check in and see how they're going.
Supporting the mentors has been an amazing experience as well. It's been fabulous helping them realise their potential as science communicators.
It's been fantastic to work closely with students and other people at the university, and we've made some fantastic connections.
The support and the care that mentors gave our students was the highlight of the term for the students and also for us, because it really contextualised their learning and provided many benefits.
I just want to say thank you to my mentor for putting up with me when I'm a bit late and really helping me out with my project.
I want to say thank you for helping me through this prompting of things to do, projects.
With my mentor, I'd like to thank her very much for listening to all my rants and talking with me, and she's been very helpful, so thank you.
Hello, I'm Hugo and I actually had quite fun with my mentor, and I'd like to say thank you for bringing quite a fair amount of enjoyment and learnt a few things off of him.
It just remains for me to once again thank all those who have supported In2science this year, including the Victorian Government Department of Education and Training, CSL Behring and Howmet Aerospace Foundation. Special thanks to our awards sponsors, BOEING. And thanks also, of course, to our brilliant In2science team and our wonderful In2science Advisory Board. Finally, a very heartfelt thank you to the teachers, mentors and students who participated in In2science this year. Congratulations to all our nominees, finalists and winners, and I wish you all the very best for the remainder of 2020 and look forward to working with you again in 2021.